Alright everyone, initially I didn't actually talk about this at all because the initial screenshot of the James Wood tweet didn't have his little verified thing on there, and so I wasn't sure if it was even legit. Like, it was circulating on 4chan for 2 days before it really has broken out. Now the Wall Street Journal and other groups are actually reporting on it, which is funny. This might be a bridge too far for Twitter, by the way. James Wood's popular, not just political, and an actor, actually. It's very funny because what happened is something that was blatantly satirical was posted on Twitter by him. And it's an extension of the walk away thing, which, I mean, there's a kernel of truth. There are Democrats who have abandoned the Democratic Party. There are also plenty of independent voters who are not far right who have left the Democrats too. They're like, they were Obama voters, and they're like, well, they may be uncomfortable with Romney, and now they're like, well, basically, no, fuck the Democrats now because the Republicans have what amounts to an actual business Democrat running their party. That'll figure heavily, by the way, into my analysis of the Kavanaugh bullshit that's going on and why the Republicans are basically throwing the midterms at this moment. But it was funny. Because it's blatantly satire. What it is, it's an image of some soy boys, and they're sitting there doing the soy face. No, and it's basically like, stay home, men, let the women vote, because if only women vote, then, the Democrats always win. It's a joke. It's a joke about the Democrats being bad at branding. That's what it is. It's a 4chan joke. It's just like this. It's a joke. There are people taking it seriously, and it's a testament to the ongoing strength and power of online discourse and memes, which is, why they want to ban them. So he posts this. Apparently, he gets this fucking 1984 Orwell-style, extremely dystopian message. Well, you posted an image that could impact an election, and isn't true or something like that. So you need to remove the image to use your account. And apparently he's standing on principle saying, no, I'm not going to remove it at all. It's not against any rules. When did Twitter, in its TOS, by the way, determine that you can't use Twitter if you might affect an election? Well, then every single fucking person that talks about politics at all should be kicked off of Twitter, I guess. But he's suspended up there. He's not outright banned. He can use Twitter's accounts there. He's just saying, no, I won't remove the tweet. Puts out a message basically, well, now my, million followers won't be able to see me on Twitter. Bye. Twitter's really, I think, met its match with this one. I can't imagine that many people are going to look at this and actually say, yes, this would affect the election. A lot of people would take it seriously. If a person is so dumb that they're taking this image seriously, like they're really, really far left. They're an actual soy sucker. Like they only drink Soylent. That's the only thing they have, that and tofu. All they have is tofu and Soylent soup twice a day. That's what their girlfriend allows them to have while they sit in their shed. If they're actually like that, and they share this image unironically from James Wood's account, of all places, it's like, yeah, they're not going to be part of an echo chamber. They're actually going to see this shit. And then they retweet it and say, yeah, this is a great idea. We men need to do more for women's rights by staying home. Let them have their voice, because then we could stop evil Blump or something. If they're that dumb, then, that doesn't say good things about the Democratic Party or about liberaldom in a general sense. It really doesn't. If a person's that, stupid, basically, sharing that stuff around, that they can be taken in by obvious satire, it's like, it doesn't even really try to hide itself as being realistic. It's like sometimes you get satire, maybe from The Onion, The Daily Current, Babylon Bee, some of these groups, or individuals that are made, and it's like the whole point is to basically inject, it's basically like a poison pill of sorts. You're trying to feed it to, the other side by pretending to be them. It's a false flag in a way. This isn't really like that, though. It's like, I think the average sane person would look at this and say, oh, that seems counterintuitive. I think this might be trolling. It's as simple as that. It's not going to affect the election, and if it did, it would be funny. If the Democrats were to lose a Senate seat because a handful of soy boys in some urban constituency decided to sit in a modified rail car and play video games instead of going out to vote, it would be the funniest thing ever. It'd be fucking hilarious. But at this point, I don't know why any male would vote for Democrat anyway. It doesn't really make any sense. Sort of a little bit like if the Congressional Black Caucus had endorsed a Ku Klux Klan member or something like that, I guess. But it's really funny. So I stand with James Woods. I think this is comedy. It's satire. The problem is, I've mentioned this, satire disproportionately gets hammered under censorship. Censorship, because satire tends to be sarcasm, because it tends to deliberately, for comedic effect, portray something that it is not. It's like, hey, pretending to be far right or pretending to be far left while actually, being on the other side, or someone who's just mocking politics in general or mocking a person. That's all well and good under satire. It can be very funny. You can't have that anymore, though, in online discourse, especially it seems on Twitter. It's like, I guess if you RT'd his original image, you can get locked out of your Twitter account until you remove that wrong thing. It's been days now. I'm wondering, is Twitter going to unlock his account and use the excuse that they usually use? Oh, this was an error. Yeah, we're sorry. Some lowly staffers, it was their fault. They made the wrong decision. We looked at it. Yeah, we've determined it's actually not against the rules. No. We don't lock people out of their accounts for, interfering with an election by posting a satire meme. No. We don't have a rule against memes. Very funny as well, because this is sort of what the EU wants to do web-wide with memes to Europeans. This is what the European Union wants. So that's why we need to fight against that too. This is what happens under censorship. Stupid shit happens. This is why censorship tends to destroy itself too, because it gets too stupid. People eventually realize how fucking dumb it is. People are going to look at this and say, it doesn't make any sense. It's fucking stupid. It's what it is. Twitter's run by dumb people. Yeah, absolutely, Twitter's run by dumb people. I think, looking at their stock value, I think that's fairly self-explanatory. And the fact that they keep poking the bear, almost inviting antitrust legislation. Not just, with InfoWars, with James Woods, with basically any independent commentator. Sargon's gotten kicked off. He's not far out there. Medicur's not on there. And there are a whole host of people, like Bunty King got banned for a month, I think. Others have been locked out of their accounts. Banned, suspended. It's like, at what point are people going to say, what's the point of even using this platform anymore? Your location on that platform as having a handle at all is tenuous. It's got a declining user base now. It's not, it's a declining platform. And that's objective. Not for political reasons or whatever. It's just a declining platform. It already peaked. It's beginning to lose users. This is one of the reasons it's going to lose users. Like Computing Forever just said fuck it and deleted his account. I wouldn't be surprised to see other commentators trickle off the platform over time. Gab, meanwhile, is like, oh yeah, we just raised like another $1 million or some crazy shit by opening up to investors. People can buy stock in the company. They're rapidly pulling ahead. They're skyrocketing right now. Minds is skyrocketing. BitChute is skyrocketing. Alt tech is where it's at. That's going to be the next wave of innovation. You're going to see it. If you're not getting onto alt tech, you're crazy right now if you're a content creator. Or if you want to create content, or you're, some super fan of creators that are on alt tech, why the hell haven't you followed them there? It doesn't make sense to do it on Twitter. You get locked out of your account tomorrow, and with all the algorithmic manipulation, it's like you never see notifications for the good stuff anyway. You just see a sanitized sub-PG-13 version of reality that Jack Dorsey wants you to see. That's about all. Peace out.